It's so similar here. It's just they have similar power picks, right? Once the Yuan is in their hands, sometimes it starts well. So it's just need to have like a plan C, D, E, F, maybe, just in case they make the same mistake or not commit this mistake at all.
I think we're going to see the exact same draft here. Maybe some slight changes, but okay. The way I see it, BLACKLIST had a good draft. They just didn't execute it cleanly enough to win that game.
Yeah, I think it's connecting towards like some things that need to be changed. I think that's one way to see, like the execution-wise, needs to be more cleaner, not committing to oversteps, and also not being too sour on those kinds of like, we want to end this game quicker, we want to take them by surprise, but some sort of way that you want to be aggressive in such team fights that you can't answer for. It's like a reverse wheel of like, a bad omen or a bad luck in your side. It's in a side of the draft, they kind of need to maybe even things a little bit by just being patient.
Okay, I think BLACKLIST is trying to fix a problem that they had in the first draft, which was they didn't have enough catch, right? So the only way they could initiate fights was with Champion 1 going in, with the path of passing.
Yeah.
But right now, they have the Angela, right? So Aaron will be able to get the Chaos Cinders down, get the stun, maybe build enough time for Golden Kai to go in with the Lung and you know, land some blows. But this range is pretty short for Lung. So I'm a bit concerned because right now, Toshi is going to outrange, outdamage this Lung before he even gets the touch off.
Yeah, makes sense, man. Like, how will they even get that catch? Because if you want to have Lung a great time of his life, as we look at this VOD on our screens on how to use it properly, you would really want to have a great pair for this one. As they ban out the Liu Bang and the Gun and Mo, the space creators, mostly, of our meta of today, it could be somehow that they're trying to see here. They're trying to decrease down the possible choice of space. And you were right, like, banning out the Monsu as well. So what is like the option? Because Zhang Fei has been taken out too. Ooh.
Yeah, they want a fair and honest fight, right? So at this point, besides having the disruptions, one of the things that you see the bans coming up from Dominator is the fact that they have huge bursts, right? Mo, Liu Bang, very prominent and coming in at the last minute, getting huge bursts onto the lineup, and that really destroys DMT because that instantly spells death for Toshi and maybe even L as well. But BLACKLIST, it's really more of we don't want to be caught off guard, right? You have to search for Chipengs on this Dharma, and Chipengs was playing hide and seek.
A great angle, so landing great setups too for the team, and it really caught BLACKLIST off guard. So with that kind of strength, BLACKLIST is really respecting this Dharma that can show up for DMT, and they just want to keep on maybe limiting down the possible resources and not just committing to any team fights that Chipengs has an angle for. So with the Angela being present here, this kind of like limits the situation. Like, will DMT go tanky? Because the Angela pick here has been a great solution for teams who has a lineup going up against like a thicker protection run. It has been a great answer. Coming with the Mei Yin and the Lian Bo once more, I think this is like a layer of ultimates that we can actually see that you were trying to mention at earlier in the draft.
I like the combinations, right? There are hard CCs available in the form of Mei Yin and Lian Bo as well, but it's a bit of a risk, right? Because at this point, your Tremor Smash, it takes 3 hits to land the full stuns. It is pretty long pauses in between, which are gaps that DMT can, number one, get out of, and maybe turn it around in the team fights as well. So this is a concern for me for BLACKLIST draft, but once again, it's not the hero, it's the player, we'll see.
Yeah, it's the execution too. You want to see, kind of want to see a cleaner game for game number 2, and as the coach shake, this is one thing that we can expect. Will this be a greater of adjustment for BLACKLIST to push this to a 1-1 situation in a best of 5? We will know. Because right now, on the moments that you commit a mistake, DMT really knows how to take a game out of you.
Yep, Dominator, this is a good start to have, but they need to be able to keep it, right? BLACKLIST is known for good recoveries, so we'll see how this game number 2 goes. DMT taking the lead.
Okay, we now hear the crowd slowly cheer for our teams. And this is like the opening, an aggression. Once more, an early aggression for DMT, visiting the buff.
This is basically a rinse and repeat of game 1, right? Freddy's a little bit like lost for words. He's able to get out of there. Thanks for the heal.
Yeah, but Freddy gets the juggle.
Yeah.
Okay, a different scenario, but they really put Chammy 1 here to go back earlier into the base by having that great amount of peel. Now rotating in mid, spotted Chaz and Aaron here. Will they go for damage? Okay, maintaining distance. Chaz is not committing just yet. and you have no reason at all.
Yeah, I mean, I like this rotation, right? So it may seem a little bit crazy because Toshi is having a 3-man attack in the mid lane right from the get-go, but at the same time, this provides them the ability to deal a little bit more damage to the side of BLACKLIST International, which might force them back into the base. Buys a lot more time for the side of the team.
Okay, they get the knock up onto Aaron. Oh, Toshi gets first blood. We were just basically talking about gold. That's going to be quite a bit going over with the first blood.
Oh yeah, this is like the AoE of death that you can get from a Dolian. It's like a complete follow-up that's happening against DMT. You have the follow-up of basic attack, even for the poke from the kite from the Lady Jean, and that forced out Aaron to be in a bad spot, use the flash too, and this is like a resource completely being forced by DMT, and now they want to keep on damaging this turret.
And this is the moment where we ended the first game because Toshi used the rolling raid, killed Aaron when he was the Lady Chen.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's telling Aaron, hey, it doesn't matter what hero you change to, I'm just gonna take you out.
I will find you and I will kill you, right?
It's like a movie of Liam Neeson, right?
More like Liam Poe.
Wow, okay, but Chami, he's trying.
Oh, Chami gets
Wow.
the 1v1 on C-Pangs.
Well, okay, you got me on the pit, right? But I got you on the kill. Chami 1 knew what was his power spikes are at this stage of the game.
Okay, but it's not an incredible lead once again for the side of DMT. I think this is what we expect from both teams, right? It's not going to be a very monstrous lead, but at this point, maybe it's a better position for DMT to be in because they were falling behind right from the get-go due to that failed invade on the first match.
Oh yeah, I think the invade there really started like we really want to trade something. We really want to find an opening. And speaking of which, back on the Clash lane.
Yeah, 2v1 on Chami. He's able to get out of there, though. I mean, it's Mai Yi. Very agile, but speaking of fights, it's going to be down into the farm lane right now. The infinite fastness comes through for Golden Kite. Just like a kite, he flies.
So this is like the counter for the action, right? He has to let go of that blazing brilliance, mainly because of the presence of Juro, by using that flowing Sai right onto that kind of corner. So this is like a test for Aaron to be in right angles to use that blazing brilliance, because once you use that, you can't move, you have crowd control immunity, but you don't have immunity to damage.
Yep, and this 3-man mini army that they have acquired for themselves, which is the Jiro, Toshi, and L combination, seems to be working really well because BLACKLIST haven't responded at all.
Yes, and you just want to be careful here on how to approach this kind of a game start. Although they have 1-to-1 trades from their first bloods, but they don't want to commit, like in most cases, that they can just be counted by Gerald. He's not letting go of the farm lane just yet, and mainly because of the threat that Aaron is also eyeing here to defend this one for long too.
Yep, and right now it is pressure coming out from DFT. First objective of the game. Chami trying to get a catch on the Freddy. Not going to work out too much at this point.
Tyrant now just using himself. Just maybe just going for the reset. DMT here is zoned out by L. Chaz is just making him really uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's no way.
I think.
Tyrant has been
Yeah, I mean, Chaz there is trying to think of like, hey, can I go in? Can I? His team went there. The Blazing Brilliance comes through to try and clean up the minions, but he's forced away with the flash. Aaron got a little bit scared. His poker face got out-pokered.
I think that's one way to see this positioning, right? It's like Aaron, he used the flash once more, and as an Angela, you really want to be safe here to build all your, again, aggressive items right onto your opponent here. It's only like how the magic will work if you want to make that combo of Blazing Brilliance happen, because at times that he is using the ultimate, he has really been spotted by C-Pangs, either Freddy right away.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we're talking about for Black, right? Black is so good at reading the game. They are trying their best to make the proper trades. They lost the Tyrant, but look, they have a T1 now, worked down the T2 on the bot lane to less than half its health. And once again, they kind of mitigate the growth of gold, right? They are not too far behind DMT at this 5.5 minute mark.
I think that's one thing that DMT wanted to like stand for. Like, I know you guys have been wanting to put some pressure onto the bottom lane, but one thing also that we're not trying to let go is of the progress of Freddy here. It has been like a last case, worst case scenario kind of key for DMT here, just to not let the chance for them to just keep on pressuring. They have given the bottom lane turret just yet, but not just the mid and the top, which is very important for DMT right now.
Yeah, I think one of the things that DMT is kind of looking at is the potential of a team fight, right? But right now, BLACKLIST are just baiting them in, saying that, hey, we're poising for a team fight, but we're not really going to.
Okay, speed of team fights. Okay, in and out as well, waiting for an opening. Will this be the chance for Chaz to just jump in? But will he commit still?
The wave breaker was very early there from L, right? So they're able to get this T1 into the mid lane thanks to the minions. I don't think anything's going to be committed as of yet, but L looks very aggressive on the Dolia. Joel, Toshi are all here. I'm calling this little unit DMT Jet. But right now, we're at the Azure Golem, and there is going to be some trades here. We see Chami go down, Freddy go down, and right now it's a 1-1 trade. Chaz looks really low as well. Crucial crowd control coming from the Unruly Blade into the Wind Slash.
So we see the weakness, right, of this draft. Blacklist, once again, they're really squishy.
Man, again, we've seen some moments it was just complete timing on how the mids were like, okay, we're going in. You want to take down this first tier turret on the mid? And they just take it. We were waiting for is Chaz going to jump? Will someone going to jump here from Blacklist International? Because the punish of window for DMT is just shining throughout the way that they were trying to hold on that position. Look at this one more time. This was like the call here after they have taken the T1 turret on mid.
The Wind Slash was the one marker that really changed this fight because Mr. Freddy here caught 3 or 4 people on the side of Blacklist. They could not get the combination off, and Toshi saw the moment, got the call. Toshi, it's your time to shine, and Toshi just went crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy for Blacklist to just respect the damage early on because they have no window to fight back, and DMT, while you wait, we take what's with you. And with this, they're really closing in into this Overlord. If they want to take it, they can force something out of Black. But I think Chami won here. You know, they have been losing that lane in the mid. So maybe right now on the mindset, probably put some pressure. But Lady Sun, Toshi got just T1 up top.
Yep, it's a consolation prize, right? At this point, with the creep wave, minimum wave marching down onto the bot lane. But, you know, they have been consistently trying to pull and widen the gap. So DMT is successful in doing so. Same area. Do they really want to fight this? Because I don't think it's going to go well for Blacklist International at all. I mean, Chami maybe can get the wraparound.
Oh, it's going to be the dash in from the Lung, but he's going to get eliminated before the Flaming Palms can do exactly what it needed to do. That's a 1-1 trade for both the farm lanes. The dash over the wall, but Xipeng's gets him a little bit too lost. It's going to be the Destructive Deluge that picks off Xipeng's as well, but then we do trade over Chaz. So right now, it's a lot of tit for tat, but it's a very exciting tit for tat right now.
Okay, 2-2, but
oh, there we go. Chami 1 goes down. Juicy with the untargetable. The health comes through, but it's not going to be enough. L picks off another one.
Yeah, DMT just doing really well at this point, and once again, that Celestial Melody helping Freddy to get his Unruly Blade back again. Blacklist, they have been forced over and over again to fight against DMT when it's not ideal. And take a look at the map pressure, right? The rest of the members on the side of DMT, they're invading, but more importantly, Toshi is still farming.
Yeah, man, he's not letting go of his own lead here, but as the win condition of DMT is just working so well in this lineup, the moments of hesitations of Black once again, and an even outplays that they can't commit, it's just a miracle for DMT to just take back 1 by 1. And then as they taken that Tyrant with them, damage amplified as well, and we're building up with the item. We're seeing Splendor right onto the Lady Shun too.
Yep, that's a very big defensive capability for the side of DMT. Also allows the baiting of Blacklist to maybe just overdive a little bit. And once again, Freddy in the middle of 4.
Freddy stuck in the middle with you. He's able to get out there with the Unruly Blade being refreshed from the Celestial Melody. Once more from L. That's a good bait of a lot of skills that have been wasted there. The Blazing Brilliance, the Tremor Smash as well. So got quite a lot out of that team fight, I think.
Oh my goodness, they're really forcing up Blacklist once more. A shake-up as well. DMT, this is just dominating kind of like a threat right now in the front line of Blacklist. With that kind of force, Blazing Brilliance is a bit of a little cooldown, but the Tremor Smash, they need to calculate it correctly. And just by gaining that vision against DMT, they really need to be on the right spot to make a start of a team fight here somehow. Somewhere, man, they need to find an angle.
Yeah, Chami is trying to wrap around, but you know what? Blacklist, I don't know whether they know this. They're taking fights in really uncomfortable positions where they're tight spaces. I think it works well on Chaz, but everyone else on the side of DMT benefits even more.
Yeah, it's like they're taking fights in an elevator, right? Everyone's kind of like shoulder to shoulder, elbows are trying to flail somewhere, and it's just not quite working out. And, I mean, we could try it later if you wanted to, guys. In the elevator, we could try and fight, and you'll understand what I mean. But There we go. They take the neutral objective from the Tyrant. We start to see the Eye of the Phoenix come through from the Hue 1 as well. So again, we'll see some more HP regens from those big AoEs from the Hue 1.
Okay. With that kind of item being discussed here on our screens, guys, it's like 7-4. Okay, the lead's with DMT. But the lead of BLACKLIST is not too far just yet, I guess. It's like a 3k gold lead, but they need to be in a situation that they can level this up. They were eyeing to get that Overlord, but good thing Pengs was there trying to deny the vision, and they really want to have a follow-up on this one. Look at the position of Chaz.
Oh, okay, a little bit for the backline there for Chaz. The Splendor does come through, but the Tremor Smash only connects onto L. It doesn't pick up Jill, which would have been huge. Infinite Fastness being used very aggressively on the side of BLACKLIST. Chami 1 trying to just formulate, trying to go back in. Golden Kite goes down. It was the crucial crowd control. ×3 for Golden Kite, but it wasn't enough. It's going to save Chaz for now, but Chami is kind of having to be forced back to recall.
They can't do anything. At this point, BLACKLIST International, I think it's pretty glaring, it's pretty clear they are not communicating with each other. This was a very nice jump by Chaz, right? But nobody followed up until the very last moment, and this is when they're outnumbered. And the fact they're dealing with Pangs and Freddy, two of the tankiest members on the side of DMT, they were lucky that Chaz as well as Chami did not die in that engagement, or they would have been able to at least hurt the Crystal.
Yeah, DMT really read through it, right? With the Leon Pro present for just a great team fight setup, they knew the assignment. The thing that's coming in their head was like, mind the distance, mind the gap. Because when they knew when to like place themselves, when Chaz initiates, they just want to wait him out. And it happened with that kind of punish. DMT just knows how to break them moments from now, but they need to defend this one as well.
Yep, they're fighting in a tight corner again. This is a benefit to DMT. DMT definitely wants to take advantage of this.
Yeah, no, they want to be close and comfortable with the side of DMT. They are all brothers. They don't get the Tyrant. It's going to go over to DMT. Toshi gets the last hit on the neutral objective. That is going to be huge. But what is huge now for BLACKLIST is Golden Kite. They pick up Toshi, they pick up Pangs, and it's Chami with a double kill onto L. They need to kind of mitigate this minion wave push into the clash lane. But if they can force this mid.
Yeah, job's not done yet for BLACKLIST. I know they got a kill, but one thing also that DMT wanted to make a contingency plan out of is the waves they want to pushing in on the farm, on the top lane. So with this kind of a situation, they have the advanced Overlord for minions pushing in up top. They might want to go back here because minions might slowly take out this high ground turret up top.
Yep, they have no more time. They have to win probably, what, one more fight, two more fights before they can even touch and threaten the base of DMT. But here's what happened, right? Golden Kite was left alone. I have no idea why Golden Kite was left alone, but DMT made a blunder there, right? Golden Kite, he was lucky that he made it out alive. DMT, that was the perfect place for them to fight. And I was quite surprised. Chance, Tremor Smash onto 1.
Yeah, oh man, it's a struggle. I feel him. I feel how the Leon Bull is just really not making a great effect on the team fight here of DMT because he understood the assignment. Just mind the gap, mind the space once more. Because if they do get a situation, the only thing that can sustain is either Freddy or even Juro. But
they don't know where Chami is, alright? They have not seen him. This is a big opportunity for Chami to make a play.
Okay, Pangs and Chami, they do get the intel right, but I'm going to pick up my boy Chaz.
Okay.
Hitting 1 is better than hitting none.
Okay. Okay, come on, Chaz. Make us proud.
He comes in with a Tremor Smash. He's not been able to claim the Tyrant. The Tyrant from the side of DMT. We see the Unruly Blade putting a lot of pressure onto Juicy. The Wind Slash comes through. And we see the Golden Kite once more comes back in with the Ride on Wind, with the Flaming Palms. But he goes down in the blaze of glory with the Winions in the farm lane. They are pushing. You can see that Freddy is going to the Crystal. It's going to be game 2 for DMT.
Big game here, and DMT, they take the second one. This time, much more convincing than game number 1.
Oh my goodness. Did you see that follow-up through onto the pressure that have been dictating from the top lane to the farm lane? All controls manipulating where BLACKLIST wants to have. It was so hard, and the moment the Champion 1 spotted that the Winions as we call him, was pushing down bottom, he was trying to buy time. But Freddy says, no, I'm gonna not.